Hello guys, either it's me, JaackMaate. Now, unless you've been living under a massive rock, you'll know that on August the 25th, British YouTuber KSI and his little brother is going to fight that American one and the smaller version of him. You know what's going on. This beef is all over the YouTube homepage. Sorry, vegans. Shit joke. So without further ado, let's stop fucking about and let's watch the interviews and decide together who we think came out better. A little disclaimer before we start, although he's done things I've disagreed with in the past, I think KSI is a very good person overall. I think as much as some of us may not like to admit it, he's done probably more for the UK YouTube scene than anyone. I think it goes without saying that I think the opposite of the American one. I think they're cretins. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go into these interviews neutral. Yeah, so from this moment on, the English lads and the American lads, level playing field. Let's see what they got up to. Who should we start with? I know, very much like Chris Ingham's preference on women, let's go for the younger ones. Allegedly.
It's gonna be interesting, this one.
Well, not really though, is it? These two are like the fluffers for the main event. Fluffer is somebody that works in the porn industry whose main job it is to keep the man erect so he can perform the main event. Do you know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that Jake and Deji are just keeping their brothers warm. I'm sure neither of them have wanked. How did I get here this early on in the video? I'm not insinuating any kind of incest between them, although the American boys are from Ohio, so I can't fucking talk, I'm from Norwich.
His older brother wanted to fight all of the Paul brothers, and we thought it'd be funny if he would fight my dad.
I mean, even if you had the coolest dad in the world, by getting him involved in your argument just makes it look like you can't fight your own battles. Like, you've got to run off to daddy. Out of all the daddies out there, yours is the last one I would run to, Jake. Because he'd probably try and get off with a fucking girlfriend, the creep. Look at that. Oh. I forgot how bad that was.
I didn't even know KSI had a little brother, which is pretty embarrassing for you.
But it's too hot. Let me get rid of this. It's fucking too hot. Jake, just because you didn't know that something existed doesn't mean it's any less valuable. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Jake doesn't know words with more than 2 syllables, but that's not to say that they don't exist and that they're not important.
I remember you said, I'm too scared to call you a pussy in your face, like to your face, you're a pussy. I'm saying it to your face now, you're a pussy. Cool.
This just reminds me of being at school, in a playground. That's what, it's just shouting the word pussy. If we just wanted to see a man shout the word pussy 50 times, then we'd go and see Dapper Laughs on tour.
You posted a picture of Linares, just the day. What was it? Just the day thing?
Are you a fanboy?
Just an Instagram picture?
Are you a fanboy?
Oh, no, I follow someone who posted it, so.
Oh, okay.
You need to know more about your opponent than they need to know about you. So, yes, be a fucking fanboy for this month. Until fight night, be the biggest fanboy you can be. I would be. And it just makes it look a bit silly that he's gone, oh, no, I didn't, no, I saw it because it got retweeted on my, it got revined onto my Tumblr. You just know Deji was that kind of guy on MSN Messenger, where he'd ask a girl out, she'd say no, she'd reject him, and he'd go, oh, sorry, that was a mate on my account. I don't even want to go out here.
So there's no way in the real world you two could actually be friends if this wasn't happening?
In the real world, would you two ever be friends? This is the real world. He's basically said, guys, if this wasn't completely fucking fake, would you get on?
I don't mind seeing him in the hospital once I've cracked his face.
Why would you beat someone up and then go and visit him in hospital?
That's about it, really. Just one visit.
Just one visit. I like how he, just one. Oh, I am going to put you in the hospital, and once you're in the hospital, I am going to go and visit you once, and I'm going to just bring you a handful of grapes, and they're not going to be red ones, they're going to be green ones, because that's how little I care for you. And when I'm done keeping you company for just 20 minutes, I'm going to leave, and I'm only going to tuck one half of your body in.
Probably not, actually, yeah. No,
it's pretty confident, isn't it?
There we go.
How long have you been training?
How long have I been training? Well, like, boxing,
yeah.
Younger.
That's not an accurate answer to that question. You've just said a word. No, I don't think you heard me, Deji. I said, how long have you been training? Twice. It's not a valid response to that question. You're just saying words, mate. How long have you been training for? Even younger. Can we get JJ out? Is he alright?
So how do you explain the videos when you're training with your brother and you get hit once in the stomach and you fall to the ground?
That's just for you, really. Just for you to...
Can you explain that?
Think what you want. So you think, oh, he's not taking it seriously.
If you play a bluff card, Deji, the one thing you should not do is tell your opponent that you are playing a bluff card. That defeats the whole point of the bluff. And I know some people amongst my audience right now might be going, Jack, how do you know he's not playing a double bluff card? Yeah, possibly. But we're talking about the man that just answered the word younger to the question, how long have you been training for? So I'm pretty certain Deji does not know what a double bluff is. Thank you.
Do you see it going the distance?
No,
Oh,
0%
no,
chance.
it will.
What? What?
Oh, wait, you mean go the distance for the fight? Oh,
Yeah.
no, of course not. I know, I'm able to knock him out, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, wait, why'd you look down when you said that? Why'd you look down?
To answer your question,
Okay, alright, go on.
I mean, imagine being in a room with Jake Paul and Jake Paul not coming across as the dumbest man in the room.
I mean, you made a video swimming with sharks. It was clearly a CGI shark.
Talk about the fight, Deji, mate. Less of the shark shit. Let's hit some fight banter.
Very obviously a CGI shark.
Still going on about the shark. Obsessed with the fucking shark.
And you didn't deny it, so now I know. Thank you.
I thought you already knew.
I thought you knew before.
Yeah, well, it's cool. It's cool. Well, you just proved my point. You didn't deny it. So.
Still going on about the shark thing. Jesus. Deji, dust yourself off. Do you know what I mean? Stretch that t-shirt out because it looks a bit tight. Get home, have a hot chocolate or a tea or something, put your feet up, stick jaws on, and just forget the whole thing ever happened.
Does it matter how old my audience is?
Well, I don't know. Okay, does it? You tell me.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Oh, fucked it. He's fucked it. Cringy motherfucker. The Pauls genuinely believe that how much financial wealth they have to their name is an indication of how great they are as a human being. Wrong. Donald Trump's worth $3 billion fucking dollars, can, and he's one of the most hated men on the planet. So just sort yourself out, Jake. You're doing alright up to that point, and you fucked it. Look at my watch. Look at my watch. Like that. No one gives a fuck, Jake. Plus, Ollie White's got a way nicer watch than that. And he'll tell you about it. Now it's time for the bit we've all been waiting for. KSI versus Logan Paul. Can't be arsed.
How did this come about, Jimmy?
I called him out.
Why?
Yeah, why did you do that?
Yeah, because I was like, I thought I'd save you.
If JJ didn't agree to this fight, then Logan would still be that shunned vlogger that's just been done filming suicide victims in a forest. And if any Logan Paul fans are watching this and they disagree with me, fuck you. I just spat on a kid. I haven't, there's not a kid there, but theoretically, that's what I was implying.
I just come from an athletic background, and I'm not used to a YouTuber calling me out.
How can Logan use the word YouTuber in such a patronising way when that's literally what he is?
What is it?
My clout.
Your clout?
My clout.
I don't know what's happening here. They're just saying cool words and then doing a little beatbox. Yeah, man, I've got some clout. My name's Logan Paul, and I've got litness. Don't even mention my brother Jake's grind.
I wouldn't get in the ring with me.
I'm mad. I'm crazy.
I'm an animal. I'm a dog, bro.
Fuck me. Logan's a dog. Fucking Fousey Tube's a lion. YouTube's turning into a fucking zoo. What animal are you, JJ?
I'm a god.
You're a
Yeah,
god?
Yeah, you're an animal. I'm a god.
Oh, good shout. I love them little cute, fluffy little god animals. When the ears and... Wait, what? It took me a while to compute that. Did JJ just call himself a god?
What's your background in combat? Any form of combat?
Oh, notice how the host quickly clarified. In combat. Not just what's your background, because you know Logan's a bit thick, as I said. Ohio. I don't know anything about Ohio. That's a cheap shot. I apologise. He knows Logan's a bit thick, and he's going to take that question literally. What's my background? Usually just trees. Put the hanging person there, and then I'm in the foreground with like an expression like that, and then that'll really get the clicks in. That's what my background usually consists. You didn't mean that, did you?
Yeah, I wrestled for a majority of my life.
I still can't believe that that's the Team Paul logo they decided to choose. It just does look like a pair of hanging bollocks, doesn't it?
I'm just an athlete.
I'm sure we've heard that before somewhere. I'm sure someone else has said that.
And you're gonna be worried. You're gonna be in the fight, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, this is real.
This is a fight.
This is happening.
This is a boxing match.
Wait.
But I actually quite like that little bit of sarcasm that Logan has there. I feel that in this interview, again, as much, I don't need to say it, but as much as I rate JJ, I fear that Logan's coming into this as a bit of a joker. He's a bit more relaxed about it. He's having a bit of fun. He's having a bit of sarcasm. And that's exactly the approach that I feel that JJ took for the JJ Weller fight before. I thought Weller was the serious athlete one, where JJ just came onto the press conference laughing and shit like that. And he was more relaxed and he got the job done, and he never once took himself too seriously. Now, I wonder if the roles are reversed with this. Logan's come in, bit of a joker. Oh, look at me, I'm a clown. And KSI is maybe perhaps a little bit too serious, which could go against him. I don't know, I'm not a boxing expert. That probably has no bearing on how skilled they are in the ring, but I would just prefer the pair of them to just have a bit more of a laugh about this.
You're gonna hit me in the face in a boxing match?
Constantly.
Wait. Good idea,
And
bro.
then eventually,
Your fight strategy
gonna
is
reach the
impeccable.
ground.
Oh, I quite enjoyed that. I found that funny, and that's the problem. I'm being sucked into the PR machine that is Logan Paul. Am I in the low gang now? I'm off to buy some Maverick merch.
I'm kind of done with the talk and the bullshit. Because let's be honest, like...
Oh, Logan.
Logan.
What's happening here? It's all got a bit sexy.
I want to give the fans a show. I'm a showman.
Throughout history, there's been many a great showman, and I don't think any of those showmans call themselves showmans. I think that's like if you say to someone, I'm a legend. Chances are you are not a fucking legend. It's for us to decide whether you're a showman or not, mate. Not you. Freddie Mercury was a fucking showman. Muhammad Ali was a showman. Muhammad Ali famously said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. What has Logan Paul said? Cop that lit merch, Logan. Go, go, go. Dab, dab, dab. Hardly fucking showmanship, Cam. Jesus Christ, you ran through fucking Tokyo throwing fish on cars.
Energy just saw through my veins, and that's when you
When you talk, it sounds like
will
a
be worried.
Dragon Ball Z character.
That was pretty good. That was decent. That was a good line.
I envy your ignorance. I really do.
Thinking that you may win a boxing match that you could well lose is not ignorance. That's not ignorance. Ignorance is running around Japan throwing fish at strangers' cars. Ignorance is filming a fucking dead person in a woods and going, guys, don't do that. Speak to someone. Get help. Zoom in on that. Can we zoom in on that?
In your bandana, to be honest, part of the reason I came here, I was wondering if you'd take it off for us.
I'm good.
What's under it?
I believe it's probably because he's receding a fair bit and that hides his hairline. And that's fair enough if he's wearing that for that reason. Logan Paul is the last person that can comment or imply that that's happening. Because let's face it, Logan's hairline has fucked off years ago, and that's why he does that weird sort of Bobby Charlton-esque thing where he gets his hair and pulls it down to the front. We can see how thin that fucking fringe is, mate.
Can you just take it off, bro?
Trying to.
Just take it off. Just take off the bandana, bro.
It's boring.
Well, he never takes it off, bro.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. How could someone wear the same thing every single day?
So, says the cunt who's literally worn his Maverick t-shirt for the past 2 years straight.
Are you changing the subject?
I'm not changing the subject. I'm talking
Kinda
about.
sounds like you are.
Jesus Christ. Logan just reminds me of Krusty the Clown. Oh, hi kid. Fucking idiot. 1 minute he's trying to do a documentary to help people who are going through depression. The next minute he's on stage going, KSI's got a little baby carrot dick.
Will we possibly get a handshake between you?
Fuck no! Hell no! Because you talk shit about me. You talk shit about my family. You talk shit about my...
You do have to talk a little bit of shit, otherwise people aren't going to pay for your pay-per-view fight, are they? But it doesn't matter how much shit you may think that JJ has been talking, right? I think we know out of all 4 of these YouTubers who has stooped the lowest in their history, yeah? And again, I hate to keep bringing up the same thing. I know it was in the past, and I should let it go. But especially for people who have such young audiences, how is that ever going to be acceptable? How can you ever forget that video? It's traumatised so many of us. I mean, think about how many children had to see that, for fuck's sake. I mean, I can't get over it. I mean, a fucking CGI shark? A CGI shark?
It was clearly a CGI shark. Very obviously a CGI shark.
The pressure is a great question.
It was clearly a CGI shark.
I've had over 200 wrestling matches
And you didn't deny it, so now I know. Thank you.
where it's only you and that other person basically like fighting,
Very obviously
fighting
a
to the
CGI
death.
shark.
And
It was clearly a CGI shark.
I've done that over 200 times.
100%. 100%.
And he has never experienced that. And
And you didn't deny it, so now I know. Thank you.